Yeah. So, I think I had some difficulties because I was trying to stop the echo effect, and I think I was trying so hard that it stopped everything. Okay. Yeah, I was walking my dog real quick. She's gonna look at me the entire time and be wondering what I'm doing. But what are you gonna do? Popcorn? Yes. It's gonna work. Maybe not. There we go. We got the popcorn. I think that's everything. Okay, we got where did I go? Oh, let's do it, bro. Oh, give me 1 second. There we go. There I am. Okay. We got popcorn. Okay. I think I got the movie. I'll load it up too. So this one's I'm gonna. It's Cats in Space. Not exactly a good movie. I think my favorite part about this is they fight Halloween decorations, and that's high praise. Can you hear it? Gosh, can you hear it? Okay. This is kind of like the first stream I've done of this, so it's not probably gonna be very good. Sorry. How's your day been today? Exciting Friday? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I haven't had much uh to do much today either. I've got a project that's due, but it's it's a technology project and it's been due for a while. So yeah. How much is that seasoning? I got the one with the
White
slightly better
Sands calling
audio,
Moon
but that's
Rocket
not really
4,
saying
code
much.
63. Can you hear us? White Sands calling Moon Rocket 4, code
And they
63.
spend like
Can you
20
hear us?
minutes waking up from cryostasis in like really weird poses.
Okay, so this is supposed to be cryostasis. I was looking at them, I was thought they were just strapped down because they were
Code
going
63.
crazy or something in the ship.
Can you show any sign of
Okay.
recognition?
No, this is what it's supposed to be in space. They actually like a lot of the effects are like
White
in
Sands
water,
Rocket
where
4,
they
code
do like the
63.
the
Come in.
glitter in the water to make it look like
White
it's
Sands
special,
calling Moon Rocket 4, code
and it
Yeah,
doesn't
I
look
63.
mean,
special at all.
Can you hear us?
I mean they do. That's how they do space training and everything. They have you simulate by going into like pool water and all that.
White Sands calling Moon Rocket 4,
So
code
it would
63.
make sense that a lot of movies would
Can you
take that
show any
aspect as
sign of
well.
recognition? White Sands calling Moon Rocket 4, code 63. Can you show any sign of recognition? Well,
Okay, there we go.
what do you know?
That looks better. I think a lot of it was just I've noticed with a lot of these bad movies, like they actually just have long scenes of boring stuff quite often just because they need to make a certain time frame.
Telephone, Commander. Shall I say you're out?
Help the
Because
others.
if they don't make a
All
certain
right,
time
just
frame,
leaving
they
Huey's
actually
at the
like
deck.
can't
Every man a
be
tiger.
shown in
Let's go.
theaters and they lose a lot of money. So Some of the movies I've been watching, like, they'll have long scenes where there's walking through the forest. Absolutely nothing. And in this one, they basically, like, they just pad it out with space scenes where they've got stars and they're like, oh, that and sexism. Pad it out with sexism, too.
I mean, for the time it was, I don't doubt there was a lot of sexism in it. Especially with the fact that right now, I think they only have the one woman on the, and the one woman went for the airbrush and the mirror already. You know?
Yeah, look at them. They all like, they make, like, sexist comments to her. Like,
As long as no one here but us space
they keep
people.
on going.
Not yet.
I've been having to screen these movies because you wouldn't think that they'd be bad, but some of them,
And not a stunt.
they have racist stuff in them, and I don't feel comfortable with that stuff.
Are you sure?
So,
Okay, now I gotta watch what I say around you because I make certain racist jokes, but only.
yeah. I watch them, I'm like, oh, it was that time period, okay.
Rocket 4 to White
So,
Sound.
and then I stopped
Ranger
watching them.
speaking. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
But
I'll say this, like
this
like
one
for those
mostly is just
times-
hokey.
1,000-mile level are traveling in space. Speed 7 miles a second. Motor smooth. Fuel consumption 0.865. Temperature density of atom chamber unchanged.
Is it hot where you are?
Nitrate
Because
fructaic
I'm
acid secure. We will report again at
5 after my
1400.
dog walking, man. Oh my
Over
god, it's so
and
bad.
out.
Wait a minute, Commander. There's a world full of people listening in. Are you all right?
I hate hot weather, so
No.
it's just not.
Come on, Larry. Don't be stuffy.
All right, speak from your station.
Yeah, I'll say freaking 75 degrees and everything is terrible for me. I'd rather prefer like 50 if anything, or even below.
Watch out for that first step. It's a pip.
Helen Salinger, navigator.
How bad's the audio? I can't really.
Hello, Alpha. We're on our way.
This is Doug Smith, radio
I mean-
operator. I want to bring you a piece of that green cheese for sure.
Walt Wallace, engineer. We're humming along, folks. That new lubrication by the Delphite Oil Company sure turned the trick. Over to you, White Sands.
Yeah, I can't hear a thing.
Plug that up. Grand, huh?
Over and out. Hold on, Rocket 4, code 63. We want to switch you over to Washington and General Rayburn. Members of Atomic Rocket Group 4, our congratulations on your magnificent achievement. You are embarked on a space journey of over 200,000 miles. At 25,000 miles per hour, you have 10 hours flight ahead of you. To the scientific ingenuity that made this flight possible, there must now be added your skill, your courage, and our prayers. Weight balance to right. Something's embedded in our
I love how a lot of old movies used to do that. They used to give like very encouraging words and everything to people who are literally going to somewhere where they can be stranded,
Yeah.
and then the worst possible case scenario happens.
Yeah. It's a very realistic spaceship, too. They spared no expense on the details for this. I'm betting our music's copyright free. Oh, that's a crash. Oh.
We've dumped it. Nice work, Laird.
Okay, now I see it being a crash with it spinning faster.
Doug, didn't a meteor appear on the view screen?
I don't know, sir. I was listening to the...
Exactly.
I just love how the acting back then was just like, okay, this is gonna happen. I want you to act like it's a disaster. They just sit there.
We hope. We do more than hope. We work with confidence.
Look how calm they are, too. Like, the spaceship is spiraling out of control, and
Doug,
they're literally
Tune in,
sitting in
White Sands.
chairs. If it's
I'm trying, sir,
spiraling
but
like
there's no
that,
tip.
you'd think they'd be
I'm
sitting in
afraid I'm
chairs
out
like
of
that.
business.
Like, I don't think so.
Commander, the atom chamber.
Yeah, like I mean, like
Nitric acid.
even with the chairs being the way they are, you kind of figure there'd be like gravity in there,
Turn on the
but
vital line. That'll
like,
improvise it.
the fact that it's spinning and everything, nothing is happening.
Pour it on.
It,
It won't
That's just
work, sir.
insane.
It's got to work. What are you doing? I want to check that
I've actually, like,
Gas
seen some
will burn
space
to that
shows
suit
where
in
they
1
show you
minute
how they,
flat.
like, go to the
59
bathroom and
seconds.
stuff.
I hope. Come back here.
It's not pleasant. I don't want to go into space, like, ever.
I can only kind of imagine that it's something similar to like airspace travel, kind of where you go and it just releases outside the vessel.
Look at their spacesuit.
I see their space.
I don't think that's. I don't think that'll handle space.
Oh no, he's going into the back rooms. Watch out!
It's not even airtight, and there's no hazmat suit. And they didn't have like an airlock either. They just basically like they put some dry ice down a hole and then open it. Did they fix it?
Oh, look at that, it's stationed now. Now you know it's fixed.
What does sector mean? You know what this thing needs? More smoke. You can almost see him.
Jesus Christ, now they're... Seriously, with that amount of smoke, they might as well just be roasting the guy.
I don't think space has this much smoke. Doesn't smoke like require air?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure if there's like a fire going on in the spaceship, there'd be a lot more problems than just using a using one of those fire extinguishers.
And is it inside the ship or outside the ship? I'm confused now. Is it inside the ship? But then why
I
did
think
they
it's
put the
supposed to
spacesuit
be.
on him?
I'm sorry, I'm just laughing at the fact that he's spraying literally everything, even though there's no fire in sight.
He's done it. It's under control.
They're going to live! They're so happy.
You
know, I
could tell
should
it was
make
a
the
struggle to
popcorn.
get past that one part in the suit.
Was it outside the ship or inside the ship? I'm still so lost.
I think it was supposed to be like inside the ship. I think Sector 5 was supposed to be like an internal area.
Okay, so it's supposed to be inside the ship. But then why do they need suit?
For a fire or something?
Okay.
I have no idea.
I guess that wore him out.
Every man a tiger. Let's go.
Well, I guess I'm not out of business.
You must have skin like a rhinoceros.
Did he get injured? How did he get
Can't
injured?
all be beautiful.
And it's so small.
No.
After all, I did go over his head.
Yeah, my question is, how did he get injured only on his thumb with everything that was going on?
You know, kid. We came only this far because we did it by the book.
Some things aren't in the book. I'm okay. Go and talk to Laird. Go on,
I'm
after all, you
sorry, made it how far exactly? As far as we know, y'all just slept in your beds for just 5 minutes.
Time to pamper
Yeah.
with the emotion.
I bet you got that from him.
It's true.
It's hooey. You can't turn love on and off like a faucet. Believe me, baby, if I ever fell in love with you, I'd chase you across the world, around the moon, and all the way stations in between.
Here comes the sexual tension. Oh no.
Go on, beat it.
Kiss it, make it better.
Here comes the advice that would get you arrested nowadays.
Right? Kiss it and make it better. Oof.
You two make a great team. Strong mind and strong back.
I suppose so.
View screen should be okay now, sir.
Thanks, Doug.
I do like her hair. I have no
I
idea
mean,
how
it
they
was
do
a
that.
popular hairstyle back in the day.
Like,
On the radio, you said
I don't even know how they did that back
we're
then.
on our way.
I don't remember.
A lot of curls, maybe?
Probably.
Probably just a touch of space madness. You know, there's one school of thought
I
that we
braid
all
my
go
hair.
insane.
I don't know.
Alpha.
What is this? Very slow shot at the time.
You better pick your landing spot and start figuring.
This is just right after the moon
Already
landing
have.
footage.
We're on course.
Yeah,
That's what I call a navigator.
I'm
It's a
guessing
valley on
like
the dark side of the moon.
he kind of didn't know like how space worked
Dark
back
side?
then.
How
Really,
could you possibly know anything about
they
the
just
dark
didn't.
side? All man has ever seen is the bright side.
I mean, I don't doubt they
Well, the bright
did
side
not know
cuts
how
across
space
part of
worked,
this valley. You can just
but
barely see it
I mean,
up
at the
close.
very least, a lot of space movies nowadays
Right
are
there.
definitely a lot
Time to
better
study the
because
bright side and
the
encircle
technology
dark
is
side.
more sci-fi
She's
than
right. This is a
realistic
perfect
than they were
landing
trying to
place,
make it be.
believe me. I don't know why I know it, but
Back then, I don't
I know it for sure.
like. They probably didn't know how to do like the zero
The
gravity
navigator.
effect they do in
Take a look
space
at it
movies
anyway.
nowadays too, because it's kind of hard.
Please take your stations, please. We're coming in.
I remember like, what was it? Apollo 13. They did like a lot of the movie. They take a plane, fly it straight up, and then fall to create the
Mhm.
effects. So they called it the vomit comet, which, you know, for obvious reasons.
Start the retarders, Walt. Retarders off. Stabilizers
They
on.
haven't even landed on the moon yet.
Unbuckle now.
15 minutes in.
I knew it was the right place.
Someday I'm gonna ask you how.
What'll we do first, Laird? Want to check the ship, do a repair job if necessary?
Well, let's make some findings. We're on the moon, not in a machine shop.
I'll go along with Helen on that.
Jesus Christ, the way they gather around her.
Exploratory tour. Grab some sleep, and then we'll look the ship over.
Okay, but I'd
It
feel
does
a lot
look
better if I
highly
was sure we
suspicious,
were ready to
doesn't it?
take off at a moment's notice.
Why?
It's my Navy background. In any engagement, be prepared to disengage.
Well, this isn't the Navy. Come on, Doug. Help me into my suit.
Like she's just basically like she walks and they follow her like immediately.
These shoes are heavy.
Oh, here are the
You won't notice it
spacesuits.
when you get outside. I want everybody to check everybody else's equipment. It must be set number 2.
Yes, the
because
very
it's absolute cold on the
clearly
dark side.
underwater
When you get out there,
spacesuits.
remember, stay on the dark side.
Out in the oxygen, what can you possibly
I mean,
want
they're
with
better than the
cigarettes?
hazmat suit I thought was
Home,
spacesuits
Carrie.
earlier,
Not
but
as silly as that gun, Kip.
I don't
You know
think
there's
that
no
those
life
would
on the
be
moon.
I guess I'm like Helen. I feel more at home that way.
appropriate for space
I wish you'd
at
tell
all.
him not to, Laird. Either we're on a scientific
I always got
expedition
wonder
or
when
we're
it comes to a lot of these old sci-fi movies, what's up with the ridges
I
they
agree
have
with you,
on
Helen,
the
but I guess
spacesuits?
it won't do any hurt.
Rings are
Too
cool
much infantile romanticism.
in sci-fi. Plus hula hoops. I'm
I
guessing.
guess I'd better leave
That's my
this
thought
behind
process.
then. I was going to do this outside, but I guess
I
I'll
mean-
wait. What are those? First letters from the moon. I even got my own
That's a
cancellation stamp.
Futurama quote,
Ought to be worth
actually.
a couple of $100 a piece. Why didn't you make up about 50 of them? Brings the price down, boy. Stamps has got to be rare.
Mr. Walters, when you're ready,
Because they have this
All set, sir.
bar in Futurama where
I'll go
like they
first.
wear these
you wait here.
rings that supposed to look futuristic.
Oh, yeah, I know the one you're talking about. Why do some of them have different helmets?
I
I
like
mean,
budget.
yeah,
I don't think this was very high budget. Probably was higher budget
Yeah,
than some
no.
of them.
I think if anything, this is probably one of those times that they didn't think too much to do like space kind of movies because they didn't think it was going to be as popular as it is now.
Come ahead.
I wonder if this was a book. Could have been a short story.
I mean, are you willing to go out and find?
No, not good enough story.
That flute. He's about to find something very interesting.
Is that the Earth? Or is that the moon?
I mean, I think they took pictures in like a cave or something, but
Like red shirts, they die first.
nah. I was just thinking the same kind of thing.
It does make sense though, because like the ones with helmets, you don't see their faces much, so you don't get as attached.
Yet we knew it would be like this.
We'll head that way.
Any particular reason?
There's a cave in the side of the crater over there. I noticed as we were settling in.
Buried treasure, perhaps.
Kit, would you mind very much if we did operate by the book for a while?
Whatever the commander says.
There are several
Single
questions.
file.
One, buried treasure? Who thinks there would be buried treasure on the moon? Second of all, why not go in a random direction? It's an expedition.
Well, isn't there supposed to be like they're trying to figure out how to mine stuff in them on like asteroids and stuff right now? Because popcorn.
I mean,
Look out! Meteorite!
Did it work? Oh.
what?
That wasn't good.
Nah.
I set up something wrong.
Here we are at the dividing line. May not seem like much to us, but if Helen will fish me out one of those silly cigarettes, I'll show you something.
Wait, what? Silly cigarettes?
What are they doing now?
I have no idea. First of all, if they're talking about flares...
They're putting
Okay,
fire on
no.
the moon?
Okay.
Do they know how air works?
I don't think anybody understood what was going on.
I think a lot of these movies they used props they already had, so they didn't really care. Like they made like 20 space movies and they all use the same props.
There it is.
So you just reuse them.
Just like Helen said.
Stand back for a moment. I gotta warn you about the woman.
I wonder if the commander would permit an observation.
It's very dangerous.
Oh, come on, Kip, we don't have to get that formal.
Well, I only wanted to point out that from the angle the ship entered the crater, it would have been impossible for Miss Salinger to spot that cave.
You mean she just guessed it
Good
was
enough.
there?
She could guess a landing spot on the dark side of the moon. I suppose she could guess a cave.
What are you driving at?
I don't know. But I'll guarantee it isn't in the book.
The Halloween props show up in a second,
Come on, let's go.
which is my favorite part.
I can only imagine that's why they were warning her, because now she's about to become a Catwoman.
Magnificent.
I think they start taking like their helmets off,
Might as well.
and they're like,
Wait a minute.
we don't need these.
Taking their
Someone stay
helmets
behind
off
and
in
guard the ship?
space.
I
Okay.
don't think anybody will take it. Helen! Helen! Stay right where you are. I don't want to lose anybody.
Marco, Helen.
Exactly as
I also don't think they understand
Or did I?
how spacesuits work. The fact that they have communication devices in them.
Yeah.
They don't need to yell.
It's pretty weird.
You look, their
You
helmets
had
have
enough?
holes in them. How do they, like...
If you're tired, we can go back.
I
No.
don't think that's right.
We go on this
Yeah, I
way.
saw the mouthpiece on hers, but I just choose to ignore it because there's already so many things that are bad with this.
I wonder if there was a spacesuit store. Like, could you buy them as Halloween costumes?
I mean, maybe not these because they're so retro and everything that nobody would be selling them anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to try to look, I'd say go on to something like Saints Row, GTA, something like that, where it's actually a
We're all
joke.
right outside. I can't understand it.
Yeah.
There. Look. Moisture.
How can there be water without atmosphere?
Impossible. This may be something that only looks like water.
I don't know, how can you
Scientists
put a
don't know
fire
enough
on the
about it out of
moon?
the rain. Laird, has it ever occurred to you that maybe this is atmosphere?
Like, there's no atmosphere. They just
On the
lit
moon?
something on
Could be why
fire.
it's hard for us
And
to
they're like,
walk.
why is there water?
Well, this atmosphere has got to be gravitational pull to hold it. Even I know that. We'll go back and get our instruments. That won't be necessary. This will prove it.
It's burning.
Oh, please don't tell me
Means
it's another
oxygen.
fire thing. God damn!
One at a time.
No more tests needed. Just take off.
It's air, all right.
Like, you ought to figure that'd be their idea the first time when there was fire outside the cave.
Wait till I tell him I was the first man to breathe on the moon. Maybe we can bottle this stuff for sale. Moon mist for chronic coughs and asthma.
No regard for life. One second they think there's no atmosphere, and the next second they just decide to take off all their, safety gear.
Well,
I'm sure it's fine.
you'll have to admit that one wasn't in a book. How do you figure it? That makes you very happy.
Yeah, what's next here? Have a pool party somewhere? Now there's water.
Just curious. Magnetic field on the dark side could exert a gravitational pull, a special one. Of course, we'd have to verify it.
And this is a natural decompression chamber, isn't it, sir?
Okay, so I think they said it's just the cave is
How do you
safe,
know
and
we're almost
everywhere
there?
outside the cave is not safe for some reason.
Well, it stands to reason. The
Yes,
air
let's all
is
just
compressed,
ignore
so
the
there must be
giant
an
hole
opening
that we
in
had to
the
walk through
All right.
that had
Leave the
no
switch
way
here.
of stopping anything from coming or going out of the cave.
I know
Something
one
about
thing that goes with
magnets.
me.
Something
This.
magnets probably works.
Where there's oxygen, there can be life. And where there's life, there's...
I don't trust
death.
these people anything to know anything about magnets,
Why is it
let
we
alone the
have
fact
known
that they're
all
also
this
talking
time?
about
Why
gravity
can't we
in there.
expect love and friendship instead of death?
I'm all for love and friendship, but I worry. Now, if you
Does
don't
he have a
mind,
gun?
Laird, I'll take the lead. But I do mind, kid. In fact,
So was that about a gun?
that you bring up the
He's
rear.
got a
Oh,
gun.
Jesus Christ, I see it.
I don't think guns work with... Yeah, there's the... I don't know, I laugh every
Now,
time
see,
I see
that
it.
I would definitely believe. I can't tell what's dumber, the fact that they made the woman character literally run away from a giant monster, or the fact that it took 4 guys to get right up close to it and stab it to death.
It's an American movie, so you gotta have a gun, too. It's a requirement.
Yeah, it's a requirement. They use that at the last second as well, after they've already used everything else. Oh, Jesus Christ, and there she goes again.
They use the same scream, too. They don't have enough budget to, like, do another scream, so they decided to use the same one over again.
Helen. Easy. Easy does it. We killed him.
Isn't it funny?
Also, I'm gonna keep my eye on the gun, because right now, I think he already used up all 6 of his bullets, if not, like,
I'm so sorry
possibly
I was cross.
5 out of them.
You all right, Helen?
He's probably American, so he's probably got more bullets everywhere.
Just let me rest a little.
Who needs food
I
when
wouldn't
you have
doubt it,
bullets?
but
Walt, you come with me. We're going back and guard those spacesuits. The rest of you follow as soon as Helen can walk. Doug, take this. Any objections, Laird? Okay. Go ahead.
This reminds me of that Space Force show. Have you seen that one?
Uh,
Come on.
I'm trying to think, but I don't think I've seen it.
Click around.
It's funny.
Is it something that was on Adult Swim or something like that?
It's on Netflix. It's about
Okay, that's
China lands on the moon, and America goes back to the moon to reclaim it or whatever, and they end up having like the first battle on the moon. It's pretty good. Oh,
quick. Somebody help the woman. She's gonna be introduced to interpret dancing.
What happened?
Nothing. I just closed my eyes and missed you. I'm all right now. Should we go on?
Kip and Wall have gone back to suits. You can join them if you're able.
Back? Why back?
I think we've had enough for one day.
No. You've been listening to Kip. He's just afraid.
I don't think Kip was afraid of anything, Helen, but we don't know what's ahead.
Well, I'll tell you then. Adventure, discovery, knowledge. Isn't that why we came?
Of course, but another day.
Now, if you don't want to come with me, I'll go on alone.
You listen to me. I'm still commander of this expedition.
You're not my commander. I know where I want to go, and I'm going there.
Helen, what's cutting into you?
Get your hands off me.
Granger, they're gone.
The spacesuits?
You must have missed them.
They're gone, all right, Commander.
We went back to the place we left them.
Yes, that's always how you should write women. The moment you put your hands on their shoulders, they should automatically fight back just barely enough to lose.
I'll have that gun now.
That settles the argument Laird and I were having. If we can't go back, the obvious thing to do is go forward.
You seem very proud of yourself, Helen.
I am.
uh-oh. How is there sky?
There it is.
The one of thousands of questions. Wasn't that one guy kind of look like,
All the time.
It ain't true. There can't be another world in the bowels of the moon.
That's exactly
God, I
right.
can't think of the actor's name, but the guy in the very back.
Uh-huh.
He looks like, I fucking can't remember. Best I can say is Ghost Rider.
Yeah. It looks very vaguely like Buddha. I wonder if there was any exchange going on between them.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that with the structure and everything, as well as it being cat women, this is more of Egyptian.
Cold.
Looks like a mixture though. Like I would say that looks
Hasn't
almost
been a
Greek,
fire lit in this place
but then parts look
many
Indian.
years, perhaps centuries.
I mean, the statues do kind of look possibly
Took
of
some form of intelligence to steal those spacesuits.
Indian, but the columns definitely look Greek.
Huh?
Yes, Nicolas Cage. Thank you, Thrasher.
What do they
Nicolas
look
Cage?
like?
Hey,
Yes.
Which one looks
Come
like
here.
Nicolas Cage?
Fucking, I don't know. Just
it's all ready for lighting.
for a
Okay.
moment, he looked like Nicolas Cage. I just can't remember.
I told you I didn't feel at home without them.
I think the one right next to the captain right now.
Oh, that's better. I was getting a mighty lonely feeling.
Helen, I asked you a question.
What?
You seem to know this place was here. What else do you know?
Is she a spy?
Nothing.
She's one of the cat women?
Certainly I've never been here before. I must have dreamed.
Did you dream who stole our spacesuits?
Of course not. I grant you, Kip, this is something we didn't foresee. But let's not lose our senses completely.
Somebody stole our suits. And that somebody must still be around here.
Somebody stole their suits.
Hey!
The ones that they were throwing away.
there! Hey! You out there!
And they're questioning the woman who got attacked by a spider twice.
Come on, Doug. Let's look around.
She's obviously guilty. Oh. Being sneaky.
I mean, being sneaky or trying to be seductive? Because the way she's up against. No.
Something jumped me.
What sort of thing?
I couldn't tell. I jumped on my back and tried to get at my throat.
Where's Helen?
I want to
don't know,
mention, like,
but I
how
caught a
much
glimpse
these
of her
people do
during the
not look
fight.
like
She was just standing
Catwomen.
there watching.
Helen! Helen!
They look like my dance teacher used to look like
Helen!
in, like, the 80s.
A fire!
That's more or less why I wanted to make a joke earlier about the interpret dancing thing.
Helen!
Because it looks like they're just
Turn out quickly.
that much close to doing a dance in front of the guys.
Could they not afford cat ears?
I got one over here!
I wonder how many bullets they have left.
Cat eyes? I mean, the makeup, sure.
Anything in the book about that, Professor?
I don't know what to believe anymore, Kip.
Well, you can believe this. They were definitely after this gun. From here on, we stick together so they can't pick us off one by one. I've got a hunch Helen will be back. We'll wait. We'll give her 1 hour.
I don't think they were after the gun. I think they were trying to disarm you, dude.
I'm still in command here, Kip.
That's right, Laird. If you order us to separate and go hunting for Helen,
Top of the line CGI. Yeah, definitely a lot better than it is nowadays, huh?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know, sometimes CGI, it gets bad sometimes, but...
I am here, Alpha.
Ah.
It has been a long journey, Helen. Welcome to the moon. This is my second in command, Beta. And this is Lambda.
I wonder if
The others you
they're
will
trying to
meet
get her
in
to
time.
join a Tupperware party.
There's still so much I don't understand.
It's a wear party? I thought it was just a normal cult.
Well, Tupperware parties are cults. Maybe LuLaRoe.
I mean, fair.
They're trying to get her to sell LuLaRoe,
You are now one of
which
us.
are tights. It's a
Ask
pyramid
anyone.
scheme about tights.
Well, I still can't be sure whether
I'm sure
you're
many
speaking my
guys are
language
part
or
of that,
my
trying
own.
to sell to women.
We need no language.
Nah, it's
We
just
can
one
project
guy.
our thoughts long distances, as you well know.
I mean, strong for him for his dedication
In the
to
meantime,
such a thing.
we will speak your
Ah.
tongue, just as we speak Oliver's tongues.
Remember that our generation predates yours by centuries.
Yes. What you taught me about celestial
Exactly,
navigation
trickle
made me
down.
look like quite a genius.
Trickle down tights.
But why me, Alpha, and not the others?
We have no use for men.
What Beta means is that we have no contact or control over them, as we do among ourselves. It seemed rather difficult to get a crew entirely composed of women. We decided to concentrate on you. With your wisdom, how is it you never came to us on Earth? Our ancestors made one fatal error, Helen. When they discovered that the atmosphere around us was beginning to disappear, they decided to conserve oxygen. Do you know what that meant? Maximum energy
How?
reduction. Planned genocide to reduce population. Then, when we discovered we were only postponing the inevitable,
Why is that always a solution for people?
our only hope was that a spaceship would come to us. And now that we're here, you will take back only 3 of us. We 3. Only women?
We have no men.
But my knowledge is limited to navigation. Can you run the ship without them? They will teach us how. But you said you had no control over them.
Show us their weak points. We'll take care of the rest.
They're gonna steal the ship and go back to Earth,
It's strange.
and I guess take over the planet.
I should care what happens to them.
I can only imagine, like they do with their own planet, the first thing to go is men.
You see,
Because that definitely seemed like a good idea for them.
But
and you are
the thing
one of
is,
us.
like, why go to Earth? Their planet looks better.
I mean, for some reason,
You were wrong.
wait a
the
minute.
movies thought that Earth was the place to go.
I hear something.
That's true.
That's very true, Critter.
Space cat women's carjackers.
Where have you been?
I've been trying to convince them we're their friends. You know, Kip, it was your gun that frightened them. I
They're not
promised
enough to
them
go
you'd
in the
put it
spaceship
away.
anyway, are
An
they?
unpromise. This gun stays out until they produce the
I mean,
spacesuits. Try to convince
she
them of
said
that.
that they would only be
Have no
taking back
fears,
3 of them,
Lieutenant
so
Reginald. Your suits are
I
safe
can
and will be
only
returned
wonder
to you
what's
at the
going to
end
happen
of
to the
your
rest
visit.
after.
Helen, they speak English.
Theirs is an ancient culture, Laird. Their communication system is far in advance to ours.
You want to be friends? Then bring the spacesuits here and now.
Oh, don't be a bore. It's all right, my dear. I understand. Your suits will be returned to you in the morning, Lieutenant.
Good. That's when I'll start being friendly.
Pay no attention to him. He's only the co-pilot. Commander Granger here is our chief
I'll
pilot.
start being friendly.
Head of our
Let me just keep this
expedition.
gun by my side.
This is Doug Smith, radio operator, and Walt Walters is our engineer. I don't know all of their names yet, but this is Alpha, Lambda, and Beta.
And most
So
important,
she just
though,
basically
here's
turns on
food.
her male coworkers like immediately, and it's like I'm with the cat women now.
Yes, they seem to have mastered the art of mental telepathy. I don't understand
I
it yet
mean,
myself, but she was
but the
sending
way
me
that they
messages on the
have
way.
been, I'm not too surprised.
Should we take a chance?
Why not? Delicious. Tastes a little like honeydew melon.
I can't tell if this is supposed to be a sexist remark or just general because there's nothing but women left.
I think basically like
Thanks.
the idea is
Come, sit down.
Delighted.
that women are inherently evil or something. I don't know. Or
I
mystic
mean,
or
you
something.
don't need to tell people twice about that. You just gotta have somebody in the room with 3 girls at the same time.
Come on, Kip, it's great.
Oh, I'm hungry now.
I brought my dinner with me.
Rations? You must be nuts. Yes, sir. This is a nice layout.
Yeah, it's safe to assume sexism. I mean, look
how
at the
is he
outfits
also?
they're wearing.
I wonder what the folks back home would think.
I mean, the outfits are one thing.
The outfits are
Do
like
you have a special Earth girl?
they photograph very well in black and white, though.
How about you? Incidentally,
That is true.
where are your menfolk?
You're the first man I've ever seen. Ours died off when I was still a child.
Gee, it's a lucky thing we came along.
That's the lie you hear every time.
So you'd know what a man looks like. I mean, I'm sorry about your menfolk, Lambda. I didn't mean any other way.
I understand, Doug.
I know you got a time limit, Crimson. It's getting close to 4 o'clock. Or like 5 o'clock where you are, just so you know.
Oh no, it's barely turning 3 over here. Don't
Okay,
worry.
good.
Yeah, sorry, it's just the fact that family is always around after like 4 and so nowadays, and I know I can't be loud or talking to other people with them around, or else something's gonna go wrong, or they're gonna need something, and I can't do
Besides,
both.
restricted information. But, let's talk about your people. I want to know how
I got a
that
roommate,
girl
but I kind of don't care what she
disappeared
thinks.
right under our noses, and how you were able to contact Helen before we even hit the moon.
That, Commander, is a good deal more complicated than your automatic.
She left,
I mean, it's always fun.
If you will explain
She
the
left
one,
some
I would at least try to
vegetables on the
indicate how we
counter
have
and then
achieved
left for a month.
complete control over our bodies and minds.
And then they
Perhaps some other
liquefied
day.
and went all
Sure
over the
you
floor.
understand, but I'm under orders.
So I had to go clean it all up.
Some of our
Yeah. Yeah. Left the sink full of dishes, too.
Say,
I
you wouldn't have any small works of art that I could take home with me as a souvenir, would you?
You may have this.
I was trying to leave it so she would actually clean it up, but she doesn't tell me when she's going or leaving, and then she'll leave.
You have no
and leave,
metal on Earth to
like
compare.
food on the counter.
We call these things sleigh bracelets.
Dishes in the sink. So eventually
Man,
I
I'm
have to clean it up.
Gold? Why?
The carriage trade.
know
Really
some people like
expensive.
that.
Gold.
I've been
But
trying
it's
to
so
like
common.
leave it so she takes the hint, but I don't think she's taking the hint, so I'll have to clean it up.
We don't even bother
well.
to dig it.
I mean, it just hangs around loose.
There's a place near here where there's more gold than you could carry away in your rocket ship in 100 years.
I don't believe it. At least not until you show me.
Yeah.
I'll make a bargain with you. You take me
It
aboard
was
your
pretty
rocket
gross.
ship.
I did not
Show
enjoy
you
cleaning
the
it up.
cave of gold.
Skipper wouldn't buy it. Just wouldn't go for it. Besides, we'd need those spacesuits to get out of that tunnel.
I know where the spacesuits are.
A whole cave full of real gold. And you'd keep it a secret? Just between us? You wouldn't tell anybody?
Or on Saturday night, you can go out on the town.
Are they
Dance,
pairing
drink,
off to, like,
just
try to
laugh.
get secrets out of him?
I'd like
I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea if they could easily take down one of them, but
Yeah.
three of them were struggling against that one guy, and all you had to do was shoot his gun to scare him.
Yeah. I think they're doing is they're, like, choosing a guy each, and then they're trying to get secrets from him.
You would? That's what I like best, too.
That's what it looked like to me.
With the right girl, of course.
I mean, what's worse is that I think the guys are trying to get something out of them as well.
Yeah, they're trying to teach them to fly the ships.
Amen.
And now I know you must be tired. We will return tomorrow. And with your spacesuits, my foolish friend.
I can be had.
I mean, he seems like an asshole, but he is the most logical one out of all of them, so...
Well, he's probably supposed to be, like, the person you think of as you.
No thanks asked.
So, like,
Question is, who's going to stand the first
the
2 hour
Watcher's
watch tonight?
placeholder.
Helen?
What for?
Walt is...
Mm.
Where is Walt? Last I saw, he was wandering off with Beta.
Fast worker, that guy.
That's not funny. Walt! 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 Walt Walters! Didn't we agree to stick together?
I don't think he's in danger, Kip.
What do you think, Miss Solinger?
I think you're spoiling for a fight.
You're so right. Would you like to step into my private office?
Anytime.
Kip!
Don't worry. I won't slug her. Doug,
Yeah.
stand guard.
Okay,
I think
Kip.
the writers were
This way,
really...
Miss Solinger.
Oh. I don't think the writers were trying on this
Now then,
one.
which side are you on?
I'm honest.
I didn't know we had sides.
I'm convinced you
I
deliberately let
mean,
us into this.
are you sure?
I'd be very
Because the
happy
only
if you
thing I
ever
see them
convinced
really
me.
trying on is the
Look,
set.
Helen, I have a very high regard for you. You're smart, you have
I mean,
courage, and you're all
even the
woman. And if
set's
it hadn't been for Laird, I'd tried to
questionable.
make it you and me a long time ago.
I'm pretty
And,
sure, like,
yeah, that's...
Helen,
the reason it probably looks the way it does is
not
they
until you
basically
level with me.
cobbled it together from other movies, probably.
Oh, come on now. I'm not hurting you that much.
Oh,
I mean, I
two
don't
sets.
doubt that possibly
That's
something
fantastic.
Egyptian or so was being worked on nearby, and that's probably where they grabbed a lot of this stuff.
They'll take the
Yeah.
spaceship and they'll make me go with them.
Well, how?
They can, Kip. They control me.
Control you.
You
It looks
were
like
there.
maybe like
I liked you best.
I'm
But
thinking
Laird
about what
knew
movies were
more,
around
and they
back
wanted
then,
me
like
with him.
They
the
don't
Moses
control you
movie,
now, do they?
No.
and then there was like an
hang
Egyptian
on.
movie. I'm
Hold
thinking
on
of
tight.
You're doggone right I will.
like
I know
they
there
could have
was a
stolen
mummy movie.
assets from that.
Doggone right.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Stigmata.
You won't tell Laird about this, will you?
One of us will have to.
I don't want to hurt him, and I'll handle it. Let's get back to Earth first.
Sure, look, tell me. How do these catwomen intend to play their hand?
Well,
This is the
not for a
logical
few
one, right?
days.
I
Don't
promise
worry,
telling them
they
apart.
Can't do a thing without me.
I understand. What about Walt?
Boys will be boys, I guess. Can we go in? I'm exhausted.
Sure. Sleep well, Helen.
the man is very easily swayed.
Well,
Yeah.
you were right, Laird. My apologies. She's a fine girl.
Of course she is. You know, there's a lot of things I don't understand yet. But you can be sure that there's a perfectly valid and scientific reason for all of them.
That's right, Laird.
These people may be far ahead of us in many things.
Not as far as...
There is zero scientific reason for anything that's going on.
No. Like,
Talk
I
about in the
mean,
morning.
the
Let's
amount
get
of
some
research
sleep.
that was
And I don't think we
conducted
need
for
to
this movie is
stand
zero.
By the way, if Walt comes back, eat him out on general principles, will you?
You're the expert at that. You got my full permission.
Very realistic spaceship. Yep.
In other words, this controls this in a ratio of 6 to 1. The speed control retarder,
Well, they talked about it
the
earlier. You may not
stabilizer,
have been here, Critter.
and the cutoff.
There's like
You're too smart
a
for me,
magnetic
baby.
field in the
I
cave,
think I'm stupid.
which allows them to breathe.
Why don't you stay on the moon?
And somehow the cave
Let
has
me do your
sky.
job.
Well, if that goal
Very
is
logical.
piled as high as you say it is, one more trip and you can have my job.
It's there for the looking.
Come on, let's go.
What the heck?
Oh God.
It's very old, Critter. Things from the 1920s. The ancient dance of their ancestors. Yes, it does. Yes, it does, Critter. It does look like a mix of bunk beds and lounge chairs, where they're all strapped to it and spend a ridiculous amount of time waking up.
I actually think they look more like hospital gurneys,
Yeah, it looks
like
like that
the
too.
ones they put people in to move them from like operation room.
I posted it to my Twitter. Could you have seen it there? Since it's something in the Force.
Nah, I think they just can't sleep unless they're strapped down to the bed.
That's true. They could have had, like, you know, been conditioned to sleep only if they're strapped down to lounge chairs.
Jesus Christ, can you imagine if that was actually true and they got home?
I think, like, the first space trip, didn't they, like, think there was some sort of bug in space? So they actually quarantined them?
I honestly have no idea.
Oh!
Yes, during this ritualistic dance, we shall make out with our visitors.
I think it's more like, brain snatchers or something. They take over your brain by kissing you. Yeah, the eyebrows are trying to unionize. Unibrows. Unite!
Sorry to disturb you. I feel like a chaperone to a fraternity dance.
What's the matter?
Doug's just gone off with little Lambda.
I'm having problems hearing the audio. I've got to figure that out for next
That's
time.
bad, Kip. She's the dangerous one.
Dangerous? That kid?
Yes. You'd better go after them. There may have been a change in plans.
It's probably more my hearing loss
Yeah,
than
move,
anything
I
else.
don't imagine they went very far.
It could also be the computer volume itself, if anything. Because I know I usually have mine turned up to like 60 or something when I have my headphones on.
Yeah, I've got to figure out how the headphones work. What were the ads like, Critter Stew? Uh-oh. Can't tell if she's gonna kiss him or kill him.
I mean, could be both. Yeah, that's definitely a strangle hand.
It's a strangle hand she's holding right there, right? A coal company?
Ada, it's really gold.
That's weird. I might look that up later. Gold. Uh-oh.
Gold.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Very realistic. Very realistic death scene. Yes. Really believable.
I'm starting to believe his job is more now still into space travel than his acting. Yeah, there's the Nicolas Cage looking guy.
Kissing noises.
What's the matter?
Go away, quick, quick.
The most important vital organ is a shoulder blade? Yep.
I said or did.
No. No, please
Is there
save
something like
yourself.
a Vulcan death grip? Where
For
they
me.
like grab your shoulder and you die and you
Because
like
I love you,
die.
Doug. Yet I must kill you.
I love you too, Lambda.
I want to say it's more of the palm on the shoulder
Listen
as
to
well
me.
as the fingertips and everything
The
being on the base
survival
of the
my
neck.
people is at stake. In another few years, this underground world will be as dead as the bright side of the moon.
I will come back, Lambda. I promise. The ship is only the first of many.
But don't you see, we must be sure. 2 million years of civilization. Does one gamble that on a promise?
Lambda.
My cat's snoring. So cute. There's a lot more
I
kids in
think
this
they
movie than I
understand
remember.
how bad the movie's.
Kip, old man, I'm afraid I'm going to have to intercede for Walton Duck. You know, there must be something to this moon and romance stuff.
All right. Now, Helen, you say something.
It's obvious, isn't it? All that poppycock I told you out on the terrace was just to get you to go away. Now go away, will you?
Wait, so she
That's what
switched
I'd like
guys?
to do. But I'm sure not getting any help.
I think technically she was with that guy, but she was trying to play the other guy.
Okay.
She's in
It
tune
should be
with
called Soap Opera
Rain
on
is
the Moon.
explaining the automatic pilot.
With
I must
Catwomen.
talk to Alpha. Helen can tell her
She's
later.
playing all the sides.
Is it important?
Yes.
Oh, poor thing.
I think we should take one of the men back with us.
Why?
Because if we show good faith, they might send more ships.
4 of us will be enough. We will get their women under our power, and soon we will rule the whole world.
But I don't want to rule the world. I want to live on it just like the Earth people do.
Lambda, we are coming into a new
I
situation.
mean, I don't want to rule the whole world
We must
myself. I
bring
just
our
want to
culture
rule
to
a corner.
No.
Like, screw the rest of the
She's
world.
fallen in
Somebody
love
else can
with
deal
the
with that.
radio operator.
Is that true?
And what if it is?
There is no room in your life for love. We
I
will
think
choose
what they're
your
kind
man
of planning
you
is they're planning to, like,
You and
if
Beta will
I
have
were
girl
them,
children fit to carry
I would
on.
go after the leaders of the world
best of the Earth mongrels will be
and seduce
none
them.
too good.
I won't do it.
That would probably work.
I love Doug,
'cause
and you must take him.
physical strength, they have no
Drifts,
chance.
my dear.
Yes. It just so happens you
Can you
can't
imagine
leave
one of
without
them
I mean,
us.
if you were to go
Trump,
after the
I will
leaders,
go
I'd say
yeah.
blow up the UN.
Lambda, you will tell me why.
You think you can force me? My will is just
You're
as
bad at
strong as
everything.
yours.
They're even bad at being cat girls.
And now we have
They're
no
also
time
bad
to
at being
waste.
dramatic.
Kip. Well, I didn't expect to see you again.
I think we'd better plan on getting out of here.
No. When did you arrive at that momentous decision?
Some of these moon people are planning to steal our ship.
No.
But one of them is on our side.
I suppose you mean Helen.
Well, Helen's liable to be a bit of a problem, too. She's been marked. She's under the influence of these people.
Kid, you interest me strangely. What gossip column you been reading?
Lambda told me. I guess we sort of fell in love.
Blessings on you. She say when the cat women intended to try the little game?
As soon as they get all the information they need about the ship. Someone was supposed to work on Walt and someone else on Laird.
Huh? On Laird? Laird.
Oh, so now you believe.
What are they doing? Writing each other's phone numbers?
I guess it's supposed to be a journal.
Maybe he's writing directions on how to fly the ship.
Where have you been? Never mind that. We're just curious to know what you two lovebirds have been talking about.
Don't tell him.
Why not? Afraid you'd be very much disappointed. We were just talking shop. Anything wrong with that?
No, not a thing. Except the Catwomen are out to steal our ship, and Helen's tied body and soul to them.
That's a lie.
I resent that, Kip. What's your evidence?
Well, for one thing, Doug got the dope from little Lambda.
Oh.
For another, Helen told me herself. We were out on the terrace,
No.
and she told me to hold her tight. Not to kiss her, but just to hold her hand.
Let go of my hand.
Not this time, baby.
Oh, thank you, Kip. Thank you.
What?
Now, let's set the record straight. Are you in love with Laird?
No.
Have you been bleeding him for information to pass on to Alpha?
What? So you hold their hands
Yes.
and suddenly they're not
who
brain taken
you
over
really love?
anymore?
You.
What?
I must have not.
You take it.
Let go, Laird.
Laird! Stop! Stop! Laird! Laird!
I have no idea what's going on. This is bad enough to where I just gotta laugh through it.
I think somehow they take over the brain by something on the hand.
Helen! Where is
So by holding her hand, he was like counteracting the brain thing, so she fell back in love with him. But then the other guy got pissed because she was trying to seduce him.
They're on their way. I
So-
couldn't stop them.
Who?
Very, very, very lewd for the time.
Just the three of them. They're going to steal the rocket ship.
Why did they take two more of your people?
They didn't want to.
But I don't
The
think
only thing I
plot's
can
a
take
very
away-
good
the
reason to watch
We're
this
still in
film.
business, provided we can stop them
At
before they
all.
reach the ship. Who goes with me?
Doug,
Let's go.
If you're watching it for the plot, I would probably stop.
comes a time when you can't find it in the book.
I mean, exactly what plot? The fact they want just the Catwomen want to take the spaceship?
Catwomen want to take a spaceship, and then there's a whole bunch of hanky-panky.
How much head start do you think
And
they
then,
have? Unless something holds them up.
I think that's it. I think that's a good Catwoman. There's like one Catwoman that actually falls in love with them. So, she helps them. She's not happy about it, though.
The fuck?
Would you leave me?
But you turned against us.
How could I? It was a moment of weakness. Wait for me here and I'll get another suit and join you.
It's a trap. Come on.
I won't let you go. Helen, look at me. My will is as strong as theirs. They'll kill you as they've killed Walt. Stay here.
You will come with us.
Don't listen. Stand firm.
Did they knock her out? How did they knock her out?
I think yes. When did he get more bullets in his gun?
Doug!
Rock to the head,
The
okay.
Catwomen are dead. Helen's all right.
I mean, I guess that's supposed to be good. The Catwomen are dead, but Helen is alright. Like,
I can't tell the
Is
Catwoman
that supposed-
apart.
And as for you, young man, what's done is done.
They're upset about the Catwoman being dead.
Is your radio okay?
It's okay, sir.
Contact White Sands.
I mean, what's kind of terrible is the fact that now that the other guy is dead, they actually had another suit they could have given her.
Yeah.
Moonrock's at 4 calling White Sands.
Oh, so
Rocket
eyebrows
White
tell which
Sands,
ones are
come in.
evil. That makes sense.
You hear me, White Sands?
I
So
mean, I don't
apparently
know
all
about
that
you other
separates the
guys,
evil
but
cats from bad cats is eyeliner. Got it.
Don't blow a gasket, White Sands. We're coming in. Leaving Moon at 0117 your time.
But what happened?
That is a long story. Over to you and out.
Okay. Well, that was Catwomen of the Moon. They weren't very catty. Well, they were kind of catty, but they weren't cat-like. Thank you for joining me, Crimson.
yeah, honestly, anytime, because that was horrible, but then again, it was actually a whole lot better than watching the Spider-Man movie. So,
It's fun to watch a movie like this because you can talk over it, and it doesn't really matter. Who cares? So, but I've got some stuff to do, so I'm gonna go out of it. But if you want to do this again, we can totally do it again, okay?
Yeah, not a problem. Just let me know the time and place and everything, and yeah, I'll be down to watch another movie.
Cool. I try to do this at least once a week, so have a
Okay, I
good night, and
cannot
I hope
promise
everyone
entirely, but
enjoyed,
I do
okay?
promise to try. I
Ugh,
did not hear what you.
I gotta go. I'm sorry,
All right,
I've got
later.
something more after this, so I gotta go.
All right, no worries. Later.